Hello, I am Anushri, an experienced educator with over 5 years of experience of teaching maths, further maths, and physics to GCSE and A-level students. My teaching approach focuses on making complex topics accessible and engaging, ensuring that each student can achieve their full potential. Today, I'm going to start a topic of coordinate geometry, which is equation of a circle. So let me start. Now, to define the equation of a circle, two things or two parameters are very important. The first is the center. Let's say A comma B is the center. And second is its radius. Radius is basically the distance of the center and any point on the circle. So this is radius. And why these two parameters are important? Because the definition of circle itself defines the radius and the center. The circle, the definition says, it's a closed two-dimensional figure in which all the set of points in a plane are equidistant from a given point. That means they say that circle is a given 2D figure in which every point, this, they are at equal distance from one point. That one point is the center and each point is at equal distance from this, and this is the radius. These all are the radius of this circle, and that's the basic definition of a circle, and this is why the center and the radius is very important. Now let me see how can we derive the equation of a circle, and it's very simple. We can do it by Pythagorean theorem. We know the Pythagorean theorem is applicable in right angle triangle. Here I have drawn it, and according to this theorem, the square or the sum of the square of the two sides of a circle is always equals to the square of the third longest side. Clearly C is the longest side, which is called hypotenuse. So according to the Pythagorean theorem, it's a squared plus b squared equals to c squared. That is, it's always equals to square of the longest side. Same theorem we are applying here. If I draw this here, it's definitely a right-hand triangle. Now, clearly, this point is definitely any x and y coordinate. We don't know what exactly the value of it is. So let me say it's x comma y. If I want to apply theorem here, this distance is radius, just like I mentioned. And if I want to know this coordinate, this is clearly x comma b. Why? Because you are moving in x direction. So obviously x will change and y will remain same. That's why the value of b is exactly the same. Y is not changing at all. How I get to know that this coordinate is x? Because when you move upwards, only y changes, not x. And that will remain same. So this value and this value will remain same. So keep that in mind. While moving in vertical direction, the value of x remains same, whereas when you're moving in horizontal direction, the value of y remains same, and that helps me in getting my coordinate, which is x comma b here. If I want to know the distance between these two, let me give you a simple example. This is a line. The coordinate is 2 comma 0 and this coordinate is 7 comma 0. And if I want to know what's the distance between them, clearly I'll do 7 minus 2. This coordinate minus this coordinate and will give me the answer. Similarly, if I want to know the horizontal component or the distance, I would say x minus a. So x minus a is the distance here. And similarly, when you're moving upwards, x-axis is remaining same, the x-coordinate is same. So this distance will be given by y minus b. Why? Because suppose this is 0, 3 and this is 0, 7. What will you do to get the answer? 7 minus 3, that is 4 units. I did the same here. That means y minus b will give me the distance between them. Since it's a right triangle, I can apply Pythagorean theorem here. So sum of the squares of two sides, which is x minus a whole squared, plus y minus b whole squared is equals to square of the third longest side, which is hypotenuse. In this case, it's this side, which is your radius, r squared. And this is the equation of a circle, which can easily be derived from Pythagorean theorem. Important thing is, don't get confused that your radius, your center is minus a comma minus b. No, though it has a negative sign in between, but your center is a comma b. And your radius is, you have seen, it's r, not r squared. So if you have the equation of a circle, how can you know the center? The number written after negative sign, these two are your centers, and the root of the number that's written at the very end will give you the radius. Let me do one or two questions to identify the center and the radius of the circle. It says, find the radius and center of the circle. First is x minus 3 whole squared plus y plus 4 whole squared equals 9. As I told you, the standard equation is x minus a whole squared plus y minus b whole squared equals r squared. And on comparing, I get that a is 3 and b is negative 4. Because it's positive here and here it's negative. That means 4 is obviously negative. And on comparing, r squared is equals to 9. On taking root, I'll get plus 3 and minus 3. But a radius cannot be negative, so we are taking 3 as the answer. So the center is 3 comma negative 4, whereas radius is 3. And similarly, I can say for the part B, on comparing, we'll get a as negative 2 and b as negative 3, and rooting your number here will give you root 42. So center is negative 2 comma negative 3, and radius is root 42. Now let me see how to form equation of a circle when radius and center is given. Here it says, find the equation of a circle when center is negative 2 comma 4 and radius is 3 root 2. On applying the equation, it's x minus a and x minus and a is minus 2 whole squared plus y minus b whole squared is equals to square of the radius. And final equation is x plus 2 whole squared plus y minus 4 whole squared is equals to 18. Now what if the equation of a circle is given, a little complex equation of a circle is given, and you have to find the radius and the center. So let me see here. Find the radius and center of the following circle, and it's a simplified form. They have expanded and you'll get x squared plus 2x plus y squared plus 4y plus 3. Now we have to convert this into our form of circle, the standard equation, which is x minus a whole squared plus y minus b whole squared is equals to r squared. If I expand this one, I'll get x squared plus a squared minus 2ax plus y squared plus b squared minus 2yb is equals to r squared. Now I need to compare it. Comparing this one, that is the coefficient of x, and here, that will give me a way to solve it. So when comparing, I'll get a as negative 1. If a is negative 1, that means a squared is going to be 1. So I need to add it here. X squared plus 2x plus 1 here. Now this is If I have added 1, I need to subtract 1 as well, because we cannot change the equation or any particular expression. So if you're adding something, you're supposed to subtract the same thing. And I did the same here. Similarly, I need to compare minus 2yb with 4y. So minus 2yb equals 4y. On comparing y, I'll get b is equals to minus 2. If b is negative 2, that means b squared is 4. So let me write what's already here, y squared plus 4y. I need to add 4 here. If I'm adding, I need to subtract as well. And plus 3 is already here. Now, see this one, x squared plus 2x plus 1 will become x plus 1 whole squared. Because it's basically expansion of x plus 1 is x squared plus 2x plus 1. Similarly, for this one, this will be y plus 2 whole squared. The remaining is negative 1, negative 4 and 3. So negative 1, negative 4 plus 3 is equals to 0. So x plus 1 whole squared plus y plus 2 whole squared, and this will give you minus 2 equals 0, and on taking to the right hand side, I'll get x plus 1 whole squared, x plus 1 whole squared plus y plus 2 whole squared equals to. On comparing with our standard equation, I'll get that center is negative 1 comma negative 2, and radius is a square of 2, which is root 2. Square root of 2, which is root 2. So in this way, we can calculate the radius and the center of the circle. The next is tangent of a circle. A tangent is a straight line that touches any curve at just one point. Not only to the circle, to any curve, if it's touching at one point, that it's called tangent. Here, in this circle, they have given the equation, which is x minus 1 whole squared, y minus 2 whole squared equals root 10. And the tangent is at 2, 5. We have to find the equation of this tangent. Because it's a straight line, definitely the basic is y is equals to mx plus c. This is the equation of the straight line. For that, I need to know the gradient. That's very important. And for that, I'll use a circle theorem, which says that the angle between the radius and the tangent of a circle is always 90 degrees. So here center is 1, 2. Radius is root 10. And the tangent is at 2, 5. They both are perpendicular. Now there is one more thing that we have studied earlier, is that if two lines are perpendicular to each other, the product of the gradient of those two lines will be equals to negative 1. That means suppose A is the gradient of this radius line and B is the gradient of this tangent, then A multiplied by B will give me negative 1. We have two endpoints of the radius, so it's very easy to calculate the gradient. So gradient of this line will be change in y over change in x, which is 5 minus 2 over 2 minus 1, which is 3. And b, the gradient of b, that is the tangent, we don't know, so I can write 3 times b equals negative 1. That will give me the gradient as negative 1 over 3. I need to substitute here. For tangent, I got y is equals to, I'm just substituting the value of gradient, m as your gradient, as negative 1 over 3, negative x over 3 plus c. Now only one parameter is remain, that is your c to calculate. I can easily calculate because I have 1 point 2, 5 lying on this straight line. If this point is lying on straight line, that means I can substitute the value of x as 2 and value of y as 5. So in place of y, I'll write 5. In place of x, I'll write negative 2 over 3 plus c. Transposing I'll get 5 plus 2 over 3 equals c. And this will give me 17 over 3 equals c. And my final equation is y is equals to, in place of m, I'll write negative 1 over 3. So negative x over 3 plus c is 17 over 3. So that's it for today in this section. Thank you.